Swiggity swoo, how'd you do, guys? This is Powerhouse Pancham, and today I'm bringing you yet another Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire team build. I started off with Blaziken, then I've done Skeptile, and now I'm doing Mega Swampert. And before I go any further, guys, in concerns of the 5IV physical VGC viable Greninja giveaway, if you guys can try and avoid Charmander and Froggy, or even spare a stage 1 or stage 2 Pokemon such as Froggy and Charmeleon, that would be great, guys. It makes my life a lot easier, and it also guarantees you the Pokemon. And also, in concerns of the 200 subscriber giveaway, you people who have not actually claimed your team yet, which is Omniscience, TPAL156, and Benjamin Layup, can you please try message me as soon as possible just to claim them? Benjamin, I know you have messaged me, however, I was, by the time you messaged me, it was around 12 AM, and I needed to go to sleep. So, without further ado, guys, I will bring you the new team. So here's Mega Swampert. It's a great Pokemon with Swift Swim as its ability when it Mega Evolves. If the weather is rain, this Pokemon speed is doubled, which is fantastic. It does get Waterfall, which has 80 base power, 100 accuracy, 20% chance flinch, which is stab. Then we have Earthquake, 100 base power, 100 accuracy, and it hits all adjacent foes, and it actually doubles on Dig. Then we do have Ice Punch. This is for grass types that is weak to ice. 10% chance to freeze the target, 75 base power and 100 accuracy, which is pretty good. Then we do have Protect just to scout out your opponent's moves, and also just for a prediction initiative. Onto the EV spreads, I've gone with 252 attack, 252 speed with an adamant nature, because to be honest, you don't really need a jolly nature if your speed is eventually going to be 244 at level 50 in the raid, which is really good. Also, guys, I really like using Swampert. I've never actually used it, but I have used it on Showdown. If you guys want me to do a bit more Showdown battles with like the team I've just made, just give me a shout. It would have to be a separate video, as I'm only restricted to 10 minutes on my recording program. Let's move on to the next Pokemon, which is Politoed with the Citrus Berry. Restores 1/4 of max HP when at half HP or less, and it does have a single use. We do have the ability Drizzle, which this Pokemon is so notorious to use. Drizzle on switching the weather becomes rain, which is really good. Onto the moveset, we've gone with Scald with 80 base power, 100 accuracy, 50% chance of burn the target, and it also fools the user. You don't know the amount of times it's come in use, guys, when I've been frozen from a Ice Beam or Ice Punch, and then I've just fooled out of Scald. It's absolutely incredible. Then we do have Icy Wind just for speed control, 55 power, 95 accuracy, and a 100% chance to lower the foe's speed by 1. When it says foes, guys, it means it hits both opponents, so it lowers both of your opponent's speed by 1, which is insane, especially in doubles. Then we do have Helping Hand, which for 1 turn, it boosts the allies' move power by 1.5 times. And then we do have Protect, which is also for scouting once again. You might notice that a lot of this team has Protect on it. Basically, I'm not a humongous fan of Protect. Since the metagame is a bit slower this season, I think Protect is better than it was last season, because last year it was quite fast due to the quite small and claustrophobic Pokemon usage. So yeah, I like to use Protect a bit more in VGC 15. Onto EV spreads, I've gone with 252 defense, 224 in HP, and 32 in special attack. Basically, guys, if you put this up to 48 and make it into a modest nature, it will 2-hit Oko, or it will 2-hit a Mega Kangaskhan that doesn't have special defense EVs inside it. Next we move on to Talonflame, unless it has 4 HP, which is fine. Then we go on to Talonflame, the life form. It boosts your attack by 1.3 damage, but loses 1/10 of your max HP. We do have Gale Wings, that gives priority to flying type moves. We have Brave Bird, 120 base power, 100 accuracy, has a 33% recall rate though. Then we have Flare Blitz, that does the exact same thing, but it is fire type. It has a 10% chance to burn and also fools the user. Next we do have Tailwind. For 4 turns, the ally speed is doubled. This is really great because we do have a couple slow Pokemon such as Politoed and Caesar on this team. And then we do have Protect, like I said before. First 3 Pokemon do have Protect. Onto the EV spreads, I've gone with 252 hit attack, 252 speed with 4 HP. Basically, guys, I'm now going to be putting the Pokemon down to level 50. In all my other videos, I have made them level 100, but to give you guys a better idea, I am now putting them down to level 50. Onto my next Pokemon, I've gone with Choice Scarf Lucario, that isn't very common at all. Lucario is fighting Steel type, and I really do like it. It has a 1.3 times speed bonus with the Choice Scarf, but can only use 1 move. And then we do have Inner Focus, that means this Pokemon cannot be flinched, so Mega Kangaskhan isn't going to last very long with Lucario about. We do have Close Combat, 120 power, 100 accuracy, and lowers the user's defense and special defense by 1. we do have Bullet Punch that has 40 base power, 100 accuracy, and it also goes first. It does have priority, which is really nice. And then we have Rock Size, 75 base power, 90 accuracy, and a 30% chance to flinch a foe. And then we do have Zen Headbutt. Basically, Mega Venusaur really does give this team a hard time. Yeah, we do have Caesar with Bullet Punch that is neutral, and Talonflame Brave Bird. However, it would be a massive pain as well. And also Zen Headbutt's really good against fighting types that we don't really have much of an answer to unless it's Talonflame. Onto the EV spreads, I've gone with 252 attack, 252 speed, with a jolly nature, and 4 in HP. Also guys, with Zen Headbutt, I forgot to mention, it's really good against Amoonguss too. Onto my next Pokemon, I've gone with Caesar with the Focus Sash. Basically, Focus Sash is here just so if you're against a fire type or someone brings in a Charizard twice, sets up Sun, you have that Focus Sash intact, and you can set up a Source and start bullet punching everything. So we do have Focus Sash as I just said. We do have Technician. This Pokemon's attacks of 60 base power or less do 1.5 times damage, which includes Struggle. Basically, that means every if a attack has 60 base power, it turns into 90 base power. This is why Bug Bite, 60 base power, turns into 90, 100 accuracy, and actually steals and eats the target's berry. This would be great if you got burnt by something like a Rotom Heat, and then you stole the Lumbari off a Terrakion, for example, ate that up, and then you'd actually be cured of your burn, which is actually really cool. To have Bullet Punch, 40 base power, 100 accuracy, and usually goes first. Then we do have Protect. This is for scouting out once again. Like I said guys, a lot of these Pokemon do have Protect. And then we actually do have Swords Dance, which boosts your user's attack by 2. So if you're hit with something like a Heat Wave, you can then you start with your Focus Sash intact if you don't get burnt. You can then set up a Swords Dance and start bullet punching a lot of Pokemon for really good damage. And this is why Caesar is so good, with a massive base stat of 130 in attack. This means that if you put max investment into it, including nature, it has a whopping power. And yeah, so we do have 252 in HP, 252 in attack, 4 in speed just to try outspeed other Caesars with a adamant nature. Onto our sorry guys, onto our last Pokemon. We do have Manectric, which is actually OU. I didn't think that. I thought it would be in like UU and then Mega Manectric being OU, but that's pretty cool. We do have Extra Belt, hold a super effective attacks do against other Pokemon do 1.2 times damage. Sorry about the stuttering there guys. We do have Lightning Rod that actually draws all electric types to itself and boosts its special attack by 1. This is really good against electric type Pokemon because of the ability, and it really does help out Talonflame and Politoed. Onto the moveset, I've gone with Thunderbolt, 90 base power, 100 accuracy, 10% chance to paralyze the target. Then I do have Overheat. Basically, Sun is our biggest rival, and Overheat's really good because it also takes out, well, it does get the Sun boost. Overheat has insane power, and it's also really good against a Bombazone if they decide to come in too. So this is why I've run it. And then we do have Hidden Power Ice for ground types, and also really pesky dragon types like Garchomp and even Landorus that are pretty good against Manectric. And then we do have Signal Beam. It's a funny move to run. A lot of people would rather run Protect, or I'm not sure, something else. But Signal Beam is really good against grass types, and this is the only reason I'm running it, because we do want to try to keep grass types away, because we do have Politoed and Mega Swampert that are supposed to be our core. They're really weak to it. Also, EV spreads are going with 252 attack, special attack, 252 speed, with 4 HP and a timid nature. This allows us to outspeed Mega Charizard Y, and also allows us to Thunderbolt it. So that's my video guys. Sorry for the stutters. I'm sorry I haven't uploaded in a couple of days as well. Basically, this is going to sound really pathetic. I went back to boxing for the first time in about 6 months on Tuesday, and I have never felt so sore in my life. Like, all of my body's aching. It hurts to sit up. That's how bad it is, and it generally hurts to run down the stairs. So that's pretty insane, but at least it's doing good to me. So thanks for watching guys. Go check out my other content, and you also rate the video. If you dislike it, please tell me why, and also give me some constructive criticism where possible guys. I know I stuttered a bit, and I am trying to work on my ums a lot, trying not to say them as much. So yeah, that's my video guys. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.